Immediately he had his age, about 70, 75, or there about 60. But his age, he has children. But this woman was supporting him with foodstuffs, with stuff, comes, listen to him. Oh, this is the challenge and all of that. Provides different forms of support to him. When the woman died and he was briefed about it, he faced the wall and died.
Are you being serious?
If you want to trigger an ADHD, put the person in a room without a wall clock and tell the person to wait, then you would see. You understand? It is a mental torture.
Welcome to Health and Wellness Podcast on Liberators Network, where minds are freed, voices are amplified, and ideas spark real-world impact. On our last episode, we talked about autism in different stages of life, from creche to kindergarten, elementary school, university, married life. And today we'll be exploring autism in older adults. Of course, joining us here today is our own favorite therapist. He specializes in behavioral and speech support. He will help us break down every details of autism in older adults. He is no other person but Mr. Victor Alozie. If this kind of content interests you, then sit back and enjoy the ride with us. Mr. Victor, how are you doing?
I'm fine. It's Mercy. Thank you.
On our last episode, it was information packed. My
Yes.
mind were liberated.
Wow.
Because there are a lot of information that is out there.
Yes.
But with what we've discussed previously, I can tell you that I can actually see the telltale signs if someone is autistic from early childhood.
Okay.
So today I would like us to dive into autism in older adults of retirement age, like from 50s to 60s.
Yes.
Yeah.
The older ones in their sweet lights.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's great.
Of course. So what do you have to say? Like, what is it like for adults, maybe let's say 50s, 60s, or even 70s?
Yes.
They were diagnosed at that particular age. How is the experience like?
Wow. The experience of having to be diagnosed at, I would say, a later stage of life, in the twist age of life, it's of two ways.
Okay.
It could feel disappointing, and it could also feel fulfilling, having a fresh start.
Okay.
Now, it could feel disappointing because you have done certain things, certain ways,
Yeah.
when these individuals were much younger and they were not in the know of why they did what they did,
Yes.
and why they reacted how they reacted. And this must have impacted the quality of their life and the choices that they made. Now they know better. Definitely, it's a thing of joy. They are happy, they are enthusiastic of what is to come because they are well informed, and then they will be able to make informed choices. So in analytical or analogy form, they were blindfolded. So if you have someone that is blindfolded and you ask the person to walk through an apartment that the person has never walked through, the person will hit his head, leg, the person will fall. So that's what has happened before the diagnosis. Now, the diagnosis is taking the blindfold off their eyes. So they know what to do. They know where to pass. You understand it? So yeah. So it's just like that. It's just like that. So the person that has been blindfolded definitely will say, "Oh, if I had seen earlier, I would be able to navigate my way. But now I can see. Thank God, I will not repeat, the past mistakes." Yeah. So that's how it feels.
Based on this right now, so what? Because I know that most times, because they are undiagnosed, so they are living in oblivion of what is happening to them.
Yes.
And most times they will think that they are different, or maybe something is wrong,
Wrong
but they
with
can't
that.
actually pinpoint what
Okay.
the problem is. So, and then on our last episode,
Yes.
you made mention of masking.
Yes.
So these individuals might decided to blend into this society.
Yeah.
So this person is doing this way. I know that I can't do this way.
Yeah.
I can't be in this
Can't
in this
function in that part.
I can't function in this pattern. But because people are saying that I'm weird or I do things the way I do things, so I would try to blend. That is masking. So what can decades of masking, what effect does it have mentally for the in the mental health and then the physical health of this individual later in life?
Okay, so if we are looking at the effects of masking over a period of time, over decades,
Yes.
and then as a result of not being diagnosed, and then after diagnosis, so we are looking at pre-diagnosis and post-diagnosis. What is the effect of burnout, right? Before being diagnosed. You see, one of the things that happens in the person is resentment. Yes, it builds resentment because you are forced to do what you don't want to do,
Exactly.
or what you are not built for. If you force a male gender to put to bed, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. So, now science technology can say, oh, the male gender can, from. Now, but that is not their genetic makeup. That is not what they are built for. So these individuals are built in a certain way. Their brain is wired in a certain way. They process information in a certain way. And because they process information in a certain way, they are bound to respond from the result of the processing of that information in also a certain way. So, for example, they are literal communicators.
Yeah.
They don't really do the
Small
banter,
talks.
the small talks. Yeah, they are not very good at bantering because they don't understand social cues except they are taught. So by default, they do not understand social cues. So they are not really involved in bantering. So when we say they are literal talkers or communicators, we mean that they say what they mean and they mean what they say. So whatever you say to them, they take it for what it is. You understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, so over time, these individuals must have been involved in a communication with a person or another. And because of that, it's either the communication will go high or the communication will go low. So it either goes south. And the other person will be like, I didn't mean it that way. So they build resentment from that because possibly they are feeling ostracized, especially in settings where they can't really be too vocal as they want to be. The community, the society not understanding them and suppressing their voice.
Wow.
So that is one thing. And because of that, it can lead to loss of relationship. Yes, they can lose relationships and a whole lot of other valuables. So that's it.
Okay. So, Mr. Victor, on our last episode, you made mention of education setting or classroom setting not being sensory friendly. So how do we make assisted living facility autistic friendly for older adults?
For older adults?
Yes.
Remember that first, a large number of these adults are out of the school age bracket. Okay, so even if they are going to be taking classes, it's going to be in a different model or format. So making it accommodating for the autistic individual is making it flexible. That one. Also making it a routine. Remember that they thrive in routine settings, right?
Yes.
Okay. And sensory friendly. So if it's a website, it shouldn't be too bright. Then there should be dynamics to learning. It shouldn't be stationary. It shouldn't be, just read, write. You could just, you just read. No, it could be, if it's an online class, you could have a pre-recorded class where it's virtual and then auditory, and then give them the option of reading through the texts. Also include pictures to help them be able to connect between what you're saying and the reality, because they learn best, their brain is wired to be factual. Yes, and also another word to be logical.
Okay.
Yes, they are not assumers. They don't assume. Okay, even though their brain has the ability to picture a whole lot of things, they can make pictorial, imaginations. But if you want them to learn and understand, definitely the best thing you can do is give them a visual effect of what you are teaching. And if it's in a physical class, definitely you need to make the environment conducive. And one of the things is make sure there are no noises around. Yes, noises doesn't necessarily have to be from the horn of the vehicle.
Yeah.
It could be from the AC, from the refrigerator, from people walking, and clattering their feet while walking. So those things should be eliminated, yes, or brought to a bearable minimum. Yeah, and also you should permit noise cancellation headphones. Yes, permit noise cancellation headphones. You should have a part in the learning environment where the individuals can go and cool off. Yes, when they are steaming, you have a steaming corner where they go and steam. Yes, you should have a steaming corner, so they don't distract. So when they begin to steam, you could, make them use that room.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's it. And also possibly you could have some therapeutic objects or equipment that would help them. Like you could have the crash pads, you could have the sensory pads and the likes. It will really help with learning.
Wow. So, when it comes to family,
Yes.
for an older individual, maybe he's a grandparent or a grandparent,
Yeah.
or the oldest in the family.
Okay.
And he has been the bedrock of the family,
Okay.
like the strong support system.
Okay.
So everyone goes to this person for support.
Yes.
So how can this individual ask for support as a sensory sensitivity might perhaps increase with age?
Well, asking for support is essential for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, because the human mind is likened or can be likened to a river. Now, a river stays fresh if it gets water and allow water flows through.
Yeah.
Now, a river becomes stinking and not healthy if it only gets in water and not allow water to pass through. So, being a support system, a pivotal support system, it is important that they also seek help, because that helps them to unwind, it helps them to unbox, it helps them to see things clearly. Now, and it doesn't just happen overnight.
Yeah.
One of the things they can do, which I highly recommend, is consulting with a professional.
Okay.
Because when you consult with a professional, why I'm putting the professional at the top of the pyramid is professionals are trained to hold information.
Okay.
So you are confident that whatever information you have given or let out to this professional is safe. It's not going to be in the open. And if they are going to cite examples, name it has to be done anonymously, not calling names and fact and all of that, right? Okay. And most times, as a professional, I do not most times use my clients in certain contextual purpose for examples, except is something that I helped so person and the person moved. You don't know the person. You don't know where I helped the person. You understand? So they need to open up to professionals. Yeah, and be you in Africa, be you in America, be you in Europe, or Antarctica, or even Australia, wherever you are, please make it a point of duty to always seek professional support. So at that age, they need professional support because, we are humans, and if you tell possibly your friends or someone you think you can confide in, the day both of you have issues, if the person is not,
just want to spite
the
you.
person just might want to spite you and, spill those things. And we are in the digital age. If the person goes digital with your information, even though it is deleted from your end or from the person's end, the internet never forgets.
Yes.
You understand? So,
Yes.
but if you are speaking with a professional, you know that definitely these informations are in secured form. It's just like keeping your information in the cloud. You can retrieve it anytime. The cloud will not disappoint you.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, except there is an external factor. But all things being equal, definitely it is safe there. So see the professional as a cloud that you can deposit. And one of the good things is that they are not just giving you random advices. We don't give random advices. We'll give you factual based advice, advices that have worked, things that have worked. Yes, humans are dynamic, but at the same time, we would give you professional advices that is devoid of emotional attachment. Yes, and that is what those individuals need. They need people that will speak to them from the point of clarity and also bring them to that point of clarity. And you can't most likely find it just around. If you have a friend that can offer you this, then definitely you've just hit a good mine. But not everyone will be opportune to definitely have friends, families that they can go to and pour their hearts, and then still be confident that when things go south, it wouldn't be in the open space. So that's it.
So what you're saying is that the key should be outspokenness.
Yes.
Having someone to talk to.
Yes.
That's the key.
That's the
Whether
key.
it's a therapist,
Yes.
or a family member,
Yes.
or a friend, but just have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Someone to support you.
Yeah. Trusted.
Oh, a trusted someone.
Trusted person. Please, emphasis on trusted.
Oh, a trusted person to talk to.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So, what can young autistic advocates learn from an older autistic person that has navigated his life without a label?
Navigating life without the label is as impossible or almost impossible.
Are you
just
serious?
like having a camel walk through the eye of the needle.
Wow.
At one point or another, willingly or willingly, you'll be labeled. You'll be labeled. Do you understand that? So, if the older one has walked through life, the younger one can learn from two things. the mistakes of the older one. What did they do that made them to possibly fail at a thing? How did they handle their marriage? How did they handle their communication? How did they handle their diagnosis? How did they handle their feeding?
And business and workplace
and
too.
business, yes. So the quality of their life, what's the quality of their life? What is their work ethic? What is their belief system? What has worked for them? You understand? So once the younger one is able to pick out all of this, then you also pick out what has worked. When you are picking out the mistakes, please pick out what has worked. Yeah, so that way, the younger generation of autistic individuals will be better. Okay, I'll cite you an example.
Okay.
Now, in the scriptures, those that are Christians, and in the scriptures, you find out that there are certain prophets that acted in certain ways.
Yes.
Okay, so for contextual purpose, I'll just stick to, there are various of them. I'll still share.
Others.
Yes, I'll still share the story, my findings. Okay, so we're looking at older autistic individuals leading the younger autistic individuals. Now, look at Moses, for example. Yeah. Moses lived with a communication condition.
Yeah.
It is recorded, it is documented, and he needed a shadow, a support in person of Aaron.
Yeah.
Now, Moses had temperamental issues. Now, I'll say he was triggered, right? And ADHDers are very very time blind. Okay, they are time blind, meaning that they do not resonate with time. So when the time it is too long, it's too short. If you want to trigger an ADHD, put the person in a room without a wall clock and tell the person to wait. Then you would see. You understand?
Yes.
It is a mental torture for an ADHD. Now, you find out that Moses was triggered at one point while he was coming down. He has waited about 40 days on the mountain, and he had seen the glory of God, and God has given him commandments, and God gave him the tablet, right? The marble. And then while he got down, what did he do? He smashed it. He smashed it. That is one incident. Another incident is when God gave him an instruction to give the people water, right? Just touch it, and then he smashed it. What happened? The water became bitter, right? Okay, so all this could be likened to a neurodivergent autistic individual. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, when you read further, when you study further the scripture, there are about 12 men that worked closely with him. And 2 were very pronounced. That is Caleb and Joshua. Now, you could see that Joshua was a more calm leader than Moses. So that is it. That's what happened. You can see the effect.
Yes.
He learns from what worked for the prophet Moses and what did not work for him. You get that? So that's the thing. So you find out that older individuals that are autistic having younger ones around, it's very good. It's healthy because the younger ones can learn and will learn certain things from the older ones. And yeah, sure, pick what works, and this is my advice. Pick what has worked for the older individual, and then find a better way to handle things in those things the older individuals has failed at. That is it. That was why Joshua was able to lead the Israelites to the promised land. Because to every hurdle he faced, he saw how his predecessor handled it,
Yeah.
and where he got it right and where he got it
wrong.
wrong. You understand that? And that's it.
Okay, you talked about older adults
Yes.
leaning towards a trusted person, a trusted friend,
Yes.
or a family member,
Yes.
or a therapist,
Yes.
just for support.
Yes.
So what happens when these trusted individuals of the older autistic adult dies? What does the grieving experience like? And have you had a client like that? And what was his experience? And how did it play out to be?
Okay. Currently, so far, I have not had any autistic individual that their support system passed on.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not. But I can say that the whole thing is going to be devastating. Yeah, it's going to be devastating. Think of it as a blind man, someone that is visually impaired and has his stick that leads him. So it is the stick that tells him, oh, this is chair, seat, oh, this is water. So the stick is the eyes that he doesn't have. So the stick is his complement. It has become part of his life. That is what a support system to an autistic individual is, especially one that has leaned towards this support over a long period of time. So if that support is taken, they can grieve in different forms. And one of the things is they'll become totally isolated.
Wow.
Totally. I mean, totally, they will not talk. They wouldn't talk. Yeah, I've heard of people that they are support system died. I've had a story that a woman was supporting a man, but he wasn't professionally or medically diagnosed to be on the spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but immediately he had his age about 70, 75, or there about 60. But his age, he has children. But this woman was supporting him with foodstuffs, with stuff, comes, listen to him. Oh, this is the challenge and all of that. Provides different forms of support to him. When the woman died and he was briefed about it, he faced the wall and died.
Are you being serious?
He faced the wall. He told them, that his backbone has been taken away. He said they should leave him. He told everyone to go. He faced the wall and he sobbed and he died. He didn't take 48 hours. So he was not sick. He faced the wall and he died. So they would definitely be taken aback. Yes, it would affect them more than others. Because it is not just a person that has died. It's not just a loved one that has died. It is a support system that has been taken away forever. So that's it. Even the support system traveling for a long period of time and not communicating for a period of time, they know the support system would return, be back. But the effect is going to be massive. More so when they now realize that, oh, he's gone, man. He's not coming back. Not now, not ever. So that's it. It's devastating. Yeah, and I personally used to tell families, individuals, seek professional support. Seek professional support. Yes, in such situations, you need to go see people that would handle such issues. People that are very vast with mental health, sobbing, and transitioning and the like. So that's it.
So, seeking help in this manner, just like what you said, mental health specialists, medical practitioners, and the likes. So how can medical practitioners better communicate with autistic adults during medical appointments or even diagnosis? How can the communication be effective for them to understand, the autistic individual to understand?
Okay, this is something that is very important. You see, I was somewhere and I saw this nurse reacting harshly to a child.
Oh.
And I'm like, hello, you don't need to do that. Now, I was also somewhere and I saw this Baba. The boy is, his sensory, saw this Baba. The boy is, his sensory nerves are everywhere. So immediately you get the blade close to his head, he reacts, he screams. So, and you know what? They had to tie his legs and hands, like hold
What
him.
the heck?
And he was moving, and I was like, no, it's not right. And I needed to call the attention of the man. Like, no, go to his level. Don't bring him to your level. He will never come to your level. But you can go to his level and still have his hair cut. If he feels this, find an alternative to still get job done. So for medical individuals, practitioners, professionals, they need to be equipped. They need to be equipped with the right knowledge. Now, there is a knowledge for medical practice. And there is a knowledge of using the medical practice to attend to neurodiverse individuals. So they were taught mostly to administer their professionalism, their skill on neurotypical individuals. They need to go further to understand and learn the languages, the different communication styles of the neurodivergent individual, the autistic child, the autistic adult. You want to give them medication, and at that moment, they don't want it, or they're asking why. Please give them details of why they should take this medication at this time. Tell them the pros and the cons. Don't just tell them,
take medication.
take medication. Doctors say you should take it. Even doctors should inculcate that habit of explaining. Say, okay, if you take this is going to stop. If you don't take it, this is going to continue. Do you want to? They have a choice to make.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue in this pain? Do you want to continue in this? And you tell them, oh, your family, this, that. And that way you are communicating. And you see they will be cooperating with you.
Yeah, of course.
You understand that? So, yeah, that's it. Understanding the language. So, to be effective in administering medication to the autistic individuals, the medical professionals need to understand. They need to do further learning and understanding the different communication styles of autistic individuals.
Based on the age, right?
Based on the age, yes. So because you need to understand their need. If they're in this age bracket, this is their constant or usual needs, and like that, and like that, and like that. Even non-verbal, you need to understand how to communicate with the non-verbal older adults. You need to be calm. Yeah, you need to become. I don't want to start calling countries in the world, where they have their medical personnel to be very harsh. So to be very harsh, very, very harsh. And if you're a medical personnel out there, please soliciting on behalf of all neurodiverse individuals, especially the autistic individuals, that you show a little more patience when handling them. Yeah, so that's it.
Well, it's getting interesting, I would lie. So, based on what you've been saying
Yes.
from our previous episodes, so you said that autistic individuals from the time it was diagnosed,
Yes.
to help them have a good life, a quality life, and a productive life. They have to plan every step of the way, their lives every step of the way.
Yes.
From waking up to praying, making their beds and brushing their teeth, putting on their clothes every morning.
Yes.
It should be a routine, a very strong routine.
Yes.
So my question here is, does this routine get better? Does it ever get better? Can an older autistic patient, individual, get used to this routine that she doesn't need to look at this routine before she can have a good and productive day?
Yes. So, referring to autistic individuals who have been on a routine for a period of time, definitely the routine sticks to their mind.
Okay.
Yes. And they become more effective without a physical to-do list. So the to-do list is now being inscripted or engraved in their brain. So they know what to do this time.
Okay.
But that doesn't take away the need for a physical to-do list.
Okay.
Yes, especially if there are new events that are being introduced. Yes, so it is still important that you do a physical to-do list. Yes, but over time, if you have stayed on a particular routine over time, then your mind, your system, your hormones, everything, your brain is now configured for that routine.
Yeah.
So if you are introducing a new routine, definitely you have to make it physical to be more effective.
Okay. So based on what you've been saying,
Yes.
autistic individuals are socially, in most cases,
Yes.
or in all cases, socially withdrawn.
Yes.
So how can an older autistic individual that is a grandparent, how can this person navigate this social expectation of grandparenting?
Okay. First you mentioned something that autistic individuals are socially withdrawn.
Yes.
And being a grandparent means that you have more persons in the family.
Yeah.
And for the fact that a person is a family member doesn't mean the person is in your circle.
Okay.
Yes. So let's get that. Now, but grandparents and parents love there is a level of consistent love that is seen from parents and also grandparents. Now, it is also important that we understand that those grandparents have walked through life before now. So they will definitely not be totally withdrawn socially. So their communication pattern must have improved over time. Definitely, they wouldn't be having so much of an issue speaking and mingling with their grandchildren. But be it as it may, more so, there are, exclusives whereby grandparents have not been diagnosed and they don't even know if they're on the spectrum and why they do what they do, in terms of their communication style. In such cases, it is important that those who understand them in their circle, right, should help them with such situation, transition, understand. And it comes with patience because they could be withdrawn from their grandchildren. They can be absent.
Wow.
Yes, they can be totally absent. How are you? And then they move. They are not bonding with these children. With the children. But if they are helped, definitely they would be able to bond. That's why seeking professional help is important. Yeah, seeking professional help. The professionals are armed with the right knowledge on how to approach individuals. And why I can't give out approaches here is because every individual, especially autistic individuals, they are unique on the spectrum. No two autistic individuals are the same, and their need is also unique.
Okay.
Yeah, their need. So if I should give you an approach now, here, it seems as though it becomes a standard, which is like putting a square peg in a round hole. Yeah, the approach is not a one size fits all. So what works for this person, this grandma, might not work for another grandma. They might all be living in Brooklyn. They might be living in Manchester, in different part, even the same part of the city, right? They might even be neighbors. But what worked for A will definitely not work for B.
Wow.
There might be similarities, but when you look closely, the approach is different.
Is he everyone in the spectrum, or is he associated with just autistic individuals?
Yeah, autistic individuals are on the spectrum. So all autistic individuals, they are unique, and their approach is unique. Yes. There could be similarities, no doubt, but when you take a closer look and the mode of operation and how you attend to them, definitely it is unique. Yes.
Okay. So as a clinical therapist with years of experience, who has worked with different individuals of different life stages and ages.
Yes.
So is there a trait, or let me use superpower, of an autistic individual that they hated at first, but later come to like and see it as strength? Later, after decades of being autistic.
That's an interesting one, because personally I think I've noticed two over time, and one is their intuitiveness. Yes, they have, and then their creativity, their problem-solving ability. You tell them something, it's like they already have a solution to it. They have more than 5 solutions to it. Then try it like this, do it like this, and they rarely fail if you follow it. Yes, and then you'll be like, how come? Now, that can be linked to their intuitiveness. Now, I've also found out that the neurotypical basically have 5 senses.
Okay.
Yes. But the neurodivergent, the autistic individuals have 6.
6?
Yeah, they have
6 senses.
Yeah, they have 6 senses.
So what are they?
Okay, the 5 senses, you have the sense organs, right? Then linked to the sense. So you have the skin, right? And makes you feel, touch and all of that. You have the eyes for sight, for vision. You have the ear, auditory sensory. Then you have the tongue for tasting, right? And then you have the nose to perceive smell. That's the 5. But the 6th one is the brain, the mind. I don't want to say the mind, so we don't think. So I would say the brain.
Is it 6th sense?
Yes, their brain. Even though the neurotypical have a brain, everyone have a brain. Now, the brain in this context, I don't want to use the word mind. That's why I'm sticking to brain, right? But it is their mind. They are able to pick things that is beyond the scope of the natural. An autistic individual walks in and can read the temperature of the room, not the physical temperature of 13 degrees. No, can say, the people here are not happy. The people here, they are just fake. Check it. He has never been there. He has never been told anything. And he walks in and he looks at everyone and says, this person is fake. just like that. That is their sense, and they can tell you that this thing you are doing will fail. It's not real. I can see, and one of the things is their brain is very analytical. In split seconds, they've analyzed everything. So that's why I see them when they become intelligent experts, the CIAs and the likes. Yeah, they are the ones. The detectors and the investigators. They are very, very good. They are very, because they can read. They can read through the room. They can tell you a whole lot. Even when they are giving you information, they seem like they've seen the future. They're already telling you this is what will happen. This is 9 out of 10 would definitely act in the year. So that's it. So that is their strength. So when they are younger, they could be doubting their creativity, that their intuitive strength. They will be doubting it because they've not mastered the act. But once they stick to it, they say, if my mind tells me to do this, I do it. Whatever they say, if people follow it and all of that, consistency builds confidence.
Yeah.
So then they become confident. They become aware. Yeah, what we refer to as awareness is confidence. Yes, so they become aware that, if I do this, if I say this, like that. So that's the thing.
So it's nothing spiritual in any form, because in this part of the world, we associate a lot of things with spirituality. So for someone having a sixth sense, it's spiritual. But what you're saying is that for an autistic individual, it comes naturally.
It comes naturally.
Whether spiritual or metaphysical, there's nothing like that.
I wouldn't want to attribute it to spirituality.
Okay.
No. That, to me, that would be abusing nature. That's it. To me, it's like abusing. I've read, I've seen research where people say that the autistic individuals are spiritual beings. Yeah, but that's a discourse
for another day. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot angle to that. But for contextual purposes, they have a sixth sense. Yes, they have a sixth sense, and that sixth sense, if they pay attention to it, is their strength. Yeah. And take for example Thomas Edison, the man that did the lights, right? Invented the light bulb. And also Isaac Newton, the guy with the gravitation, right? They didn't just come up with this from nowhere.
Yes.
You understand? It's now, it is their creativity, their strength. Their strength is to be creative, to think outside the box. To be creative means to think outside the box. So they were able to think outside the box. So they noticed it at a young age, and they followed suit over time. And what did that result in? We have law of gravitation that is governing a whole lot of life, antecedents and the likes. Yeah, so that's it.
So we've come to the end of this episode. In our last episode, we discussed about autism in different life stages, from kindergarten to crèche, elementary school, university, married life. And today we discussed autism in older adults of retirement age. So if you've not seen the other videos, I would suggest you go back and watch those videos, because this information is just like a circle. It's a train that comes from the kindergarten and crèche level to this level. For you to understand this video properly, you have to start from the beginning. And I'm telling you that you would not regret this, because it's power-packed. Mr. Victor broke down every details and every information that you need to know to understand yourself or someone close to you better. just like what I said before, autism is not limitation. It's just the way the brain functions and the way the brain interprets information. If this video has helped you understand yourself better or someone close to you better, then we've done what Liberators Network stand for. We liberate mind, we liberate potential, and we liberate people. I liberate, you liberate, we liberate. Until next time, see you.